So guys, we're back with our drawers, and I think today is going to be the final declutter video this year anyway. So today is all about eyeshadow palettes. We've got 4 drawers to do, so I think it's going to be a really long video. This is all my single shadows, glitter eyeliners, new mascaras, eyeshadow sticks. Then we've got all my small palettes. I know. Then medium palettes. And then finally, bigger palettes. It's a lot to go through. So let's get cracking. So here is most of the drawer. I'm going to start with these little matte palettes that I've got. I'm going to keep them. They're just really useful little palettes that I can pair with all of the topper shadows in here. So I just keep these in. I've got like a cool, a warm, and then like a very fair palette. Also going to keep this as well. This is relatively new, and it's just a palette of entirely like glitter toppers. Super cute. Oh guys, I'm gonna sit down, I think. So where to start? I think I'm gonna get rid of this. This is a Too Faced. I don't use a lot of like chunky glitters. This is a really cute one though, because you've got all the shades you would need, so I think someone will love that. I think same with this Nabla one as well. I don't use it, and if I'm going to use glitter, it's going to be like lighter shades. This I am going to keep. It is the LH Cosmetics Shimmer Saga. Some really pretty like interesting shimmery topper shades. Super cute. While some of these aren't single shadows, they're giving me single shadow energy. These are a couple of Rose Ink duos. I love these. It's a cream shadow with a really pretty sparkly top. Will say though, if you just like the shimmer shades or you just like the cream shades, you could always just buy a compact, and then you could buy like 2 of the shimmer shades, and because they're refillable. So always a 4. And I've got this really pretty purple one. I also really fancy the green one as well. I think that one's really unusual. A couple more things that I think I'm going to get rid of. These Sugar Pill pigments. They're in these really cool duochrome colours, but I don't use pigments. This is in Ghosted. This is in Lumi. I know they're really popular shades from Sugar Pill, but again, I just don't ever use them. I don't think I've ever used them. I also, guys, I know a lot of people comment like how much money I must have spent on all this stuff. I will say I'm a bargain hunter. I never pay full price for anything. I know I got these like ridiculously on sale on Beauty Bay. I think they were like maybe a couple of quid each. I love a bargain. I love a sale. So sometimes I buy stuff full price, but other times I'm using coupon codes, I'm shopping sales, all sorts. I don't pay full price for anything hardly ever. So this is also a really pretty colour called Penelope, but again, I don't use it. I got these at a cosmetic company outlet store. I use a cream matte eyeshadow every single look, and these were for £10. Originally £10 each. Here's some of my bargains that I get, guys, and I just use them whenever I need to replace the one that's finished. What next? Oh, these Bobbi Brown shadows. They're gorgeous. I love them. This was my favourite one in Incandescent. If you're going to pick one up, that's a really nice one to go for. This one is nice. It's not as like flashy or duochrome, but that's Heat Ray. I'm going to keep that as well. I'm going to keep all of my Charlotte Tilbury. I think they're called Pop Shots. Yeah, they're all really nice. And they weren't cheap. These are some of the things that I did my full price, especially the Pillow Talk shades. But I actually use them quite a lot. I think this is something I'm going to get rid of. It's just a really nice little matte duo, but I have those palettes that I'm more likely to use apart from this NARS one. I'm on the fence about this Tom Ford single. It's a really fun purple blue duochrome shift. It's going to be a maybe. That's in the shade, I don't know, number 13 or something. What have we got here? This is another NARS. It's a really pretty purple shimmer, but I don't really wear purples a lot, so that can go. This I'm definitely keeping. So Coco Chanel is a Leo and I'm a Leo, and she loves the whole like lion embolism type thing, and this is just like a limited edition eyeshadow. I did try and use this as a highlighter, but it actually has glitter in it, so it's back in the eyeshadow drawer. Also love this from Mario. It's the Master Crystal Reflector. Oh, it's really cool. It's just like a shimmer veil. Love that. And then finally we've got this Dior. I think this can go. It's just a single matte shadow. I prefer a palette of mattes. This Dose of Colours Block Party can go. It's so pretty, but I don't wear really dark looks very often / ever, and I'm pretty sure I've got colours like that in a lot of palettes that I never use. This I think I'm going to keep just because it's like iconic. It's a NARS Christopher Kane. This is really old, but I just kind of want to keep it for like makeup nostalgia. Such a beautiful shade as well. Keeping Space Cowboy by Urban Decay. It's become a bit of a viral sensation. This Jones Road shadow I use a surprising amount. It's in So Pretty, and it is so pretty. A beautiful one shadow look. Really easy to wear. I really do like this MAC single shadow right before your eyes. It's a very, very pretty goldy, greeny, pinky shadow. Really unusual, really pretty. Hate the packaging though, I don't like the red. These are a couple of I think they're South Korean. I'm not sure of the brand, but I think I'm going to get rid of them just because I've got some palettes now that are like similar formula, and I don't think these are as special enough to keep as singles. Then I've got this Kaja stack. Really, really pretty shades. I need to use it more, especially this brown shade. I think this is so pretty. Need to use it more. I think the new stacks with the matte shadows are a lot more kind of like useful. I'm gonna get rid of this. This is a Made by Mitchell. I think it's a face paint in blank canvas. Oh, it's a P. Louise Made by Mitchell collaboration or something or other. But my kind of advice to you is don't buy mystery boxes anymore from brands. They are just putting stuff in that I don't think people are like that interested in using. This, how much stuff is in? Oh, it's really, I think that just needs to go in the bin. It's just really old. This one's relatively new, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is a glitter glue, but I think I have a new one from NYX, so, and that one's so old. This is a Primark eyeshadow base, and it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't need to go anywhere. This is the P. Louise. Oh, has it been leaking a bit of oil? It might have been. Something's been leaking, and I think it is her. Do I want this? I think I'm going to pass that on. I don't really like full coverage concealers. The NYX glitter glue is apparently the best glitter glue out there, so I'm going to keep that. Also want to give this a go. It's the HD eyeshadow base. And oh, we've got a Kiko eyeshadow base. Why have I got so many eyeshadow bases? Is it? I didn't even know I had this. Ooh, oh, it's a bit hard. It's very much like the Urban Decay one, but I think I'll keep it. Still seems, oh god, I got stuff all over it. It still seems okay. I'm down to, well, this one looks this one looks empty. I think I might just get rid of that one. I'm down to my last one of my favourite just drugstore slash just my favourite eyeshadow primer of all time. I'm down to my last one. I'm really sad about. This is the Fenty eyeshadow primer. It's okay. Like the eyeshadow primers, like the eyeshadows from Fenty, like nothing groundbreaking, unfortunately. Love this from Jones Road. Really want to get some more Jones Road stuff. Just really liked everything that I've had from the brand so far. This can go though. This is like a weird formula from Charlotte Tilbury. She never came out with anything else but this Pillow Talk shade and Walk of Shame, and then we never saw it again. Gonna keep all of my cream shadows from Charlotte Tilbury though. Rose Gold, Exaggerize, Sunlit Glow, Oyster Pearl, and I think this is Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk, keeping all of them there. Some of my favourite, most used products in my collection. These Scattered Lights from this one is really pretty. It's Smoke. I'm gonna keep that one. This is pretty too, but I just never use them, but they're so small. I think I'm gonna keep them for now just because they're quite, these ones are quite diddy and like really pretty, so we're gonna keep all of them. I think this can go. This is a is it, it's still wet. This is a Tom Ford Duo, and then I've got a couple of Colourpop. That colour I don't like. I think that's a bit dark for me. This colour's pretty though, Sequin. Oh, brilliant. God. This came, unfortunately, broken to me when I bought it, and they don't replace broken items, so that's fantastic. Then I'm going to get rid of all of my Steelers. They're just drying out, and I literally never reach for them because I think they're dried out. Let's look at these from ELF. See, these ones are fine. I think they've got a better closure on them. And also these are newer. It's a really unusual khaki green shade as well, so super pretty. They can stay. These are Twin Flames. They're multi-chrome pigments from Danessa Myrex. I've never used them, partly because I'm a little scared, but I need to give them a go. They're very, very cool. Just need to just try them. Very unusual. This one is very like beetle-like. But yeah, gonna keep them because I really want to use them. I think I'm gonna get rid of this MAC one though. It's fine. Oh, it's pretty though. That is nice. I'm gonna keep that actually because I quite like it. And then I have these two NYX Glow Shots, and they're really pretty too, so I'm gonna keep them. And then finally we've got some other bits. Dazzle Sticks from KVD, 100% keeping. Love them. This is a brown liquid eyeliner that's going to be really good from Poundland. I don't think I've ever actually used it though, but I kind of want to. I'm going to keep that. I don't think I've ever used it even. I don't know if I've even opened it before, so definitely like the sound of that. REM, this is relatively new and it's gorgeous. It's in Fembot. I think it might be time for these to go. They don't make them anymore, which is such a shame because they are an amazing product. These literally last on your eyes for so long. But when I'm doing a cream shadow, oh god, they're so pretty though. When I'm doing a cream shadow, I do tend to go for the Charlotte Tilbury. But that swatch is really making me want to keep it because there is literally nothing wrong with that colour, and I used to wear that colour all the time. I think I'm going to get rid of the gold one, but I think I'm going to keep the pinky one because After Party, it's just so pretty. And it's a really nice one shadow look. As for the glitter liners, I think I am going to keep them from Urban Decay. They are, they're pretty iconic, so I'm going to keep all of them. So I've got all of this here, and this is all like mascaras, eyeshadow pencils. I don't think I'm going to film this because I think this might be a bit boring, but I'll let you know what I've kept and what I've got rid of after. So I got it down to quite well. I got rid of quite a few of the kind of like stick shadowy things we had in here. So I've just got literally all my, I've got just a handful of kind of like pencil liners. I don't use them all the time, but they're good to have on hand. And then I do love a shadow stick, especially in the summer, but I've just picked my favourite colours. These are all unopened mascaras and liners. I got rid of ones that I am not interested in trying, so I can pass them on. But these are all ones that I still really want to give a go. So yeah, once I'm through, I think I've got about 2 years worth of mascara here. So yeah, that's this drawer done. So I got rid of this much stuff, and while it looks still quite full, we did get rid of a big pile, so not too shabby. And now we're moving on to this absolute beast of a drawer. So this isn't even all the drawer, but I just thought I would tackle this lot first. Now I think I'm gonna have to be pretty cutthroat because this drawer has gotten completely out of hand and it's not good. So first up, we're getting rid of these. These stick with me every time I do a declutter, and I say, oh, but they're so cute and I will wear them one day. I still haven't worn them since I bought them. They need to go. They need to go. However, Going Coconuts can definitely stay. I love and wear this palette still to this day. This Trina gave to me. I think I'm going to pass it along. I really want to give it a go, but it's just not right place, right time. This is Flutterby. I love this for autumn winter. Keeping this along with California Love. You can clearly tell I like a certain one of those shades. I think I'm also going to keep, I loved all these palettes they did at this point in time, and then I feel like they've just started doing loads of licensing stuff. And this Limoncello palette, we all thought that this was going to be a turning point for for Colourpop. They were going to start doing more beautiful things like this, and no, they didn't. So brilliant. I think it's also time for this Aladdin's MAC palette to go. I have loved this palette for a really long time. I used to wear it all the time, but I haven't reached for it in so long, and it is obviously, like everything, getting older. Part of me really wants to keep this, but I don't reach for it, so it's going in the maybe part because this was expensive even when I got it for less than RRP. I think I'm gonna pass these on. These are all Powder Kiss matte. Oh, they're nice though. They're nice, very blendable. I like that shade the most, but I don't know. The quad doesn't make too much sense to me, but they are. Maybe I'll put this with my single shadow drawer. That's in the maybe pile. Oh my god, guys, I know this isn't. You know when I said, oh, I'm going to be super cutthroat and killer? Yeah, where? I know I'm going to get rid of this Dior quad. I don't do smoky eyes. This one, I'm going to put it in the maybe pile because it is a beautiful like mauve palette, and those cool tone mauves, you don't see them very often. Keeping the chocolate brown. When I want to do a smoky, sexy chocolate eye, I'm going to go for that. I'm going to get rid of... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. It's just a bit dull. Like this whole Haze collection was a bit dull and boring. I'm going to keep the khaki though, just with autumn around the corner. I think that one's a bit more like unique and interesting. I think I'm going to get rid of this palette. I just never use it. But I am going to keep Huda Light because she's one of my most used out of all of them, and it's a perfect palette for me. So yeah, I'm going to keep all these recent ones, the YesStyle ones, and the She Glam, just because they're so recent in my collection, and they've been quite fun to play with, to be honest. I've got so much pigment on me. Really like this Glossier Trio, really pretty. This is relatively, well, it's super new. I just bought it in Milan, and it is the Milano eyeshadow palette. How cute. This one's a really good little travel palette from ABH, so it's going in the maybe, but this is also a fantastic palette from Tarte. Now we're getting into the big pile of Charlotte Tilbury quads. Definitely keeping Pillow Talk, but I really want to get a new one because it definitely feels like it's getting older. This is Vintage Vamp. Am I going to use that? I don't know. Copper Charge. Am I going to use you? I don't know. Golden Goddess. I used to use this one a lot. Walk of No Shame. I don't know. I never use any. Exaggerize. Like, I forget to use it because I'm just overwhelmed by everything else I have. And those are really pretty, but I think they need to be put in my like single shadow drawer because that's how I would use them. Let's be realistic here. I love Bronze Goddess, but do I love anything else? I'm going to keep Bronze Goddess because I know I like her, but then I don't need 3 very, very similar quads. These are my favourite shades, these like dazzly shades. Will say that one feels very dry. That one can go. Out of these two, okay, for now, we're going to keep these. So I got rid of one. Oh, that's not good enough, is it? That's not good enough. We're meant to be being ruthless. But I like both of them for now. So for now, that's as good as you're going to get. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. What next? Matte Peaches. Oh, I like this palette too. I think I'm going to get rid of this one though. I just haven't used it in so long. You definitely can't get it anymore. So I'm going to pass that on. I find with a lot of these companies, they'll come out with something really innovative and just like creative, and then they won't do it again, and they'll just go into doing like IP like partnerships and stuff. Like they started doing loads of stuff with like random, like Jessica Rabbit and that woman from the what was it, The Incredibles, the fashion, like the fashion designer woman. Why not just stick to doing like this formula here is so unique and beautiful, but they just never did it again, which sucked to be me. Gonna keep this because I paid full price for this. This is, what's her name, Lisa Aldrich. it's okay. It's only okay, which is a bit devastating for how much it costs, but I paid for it, so I'm gonna keep it. Oh, I think I can pass this on. Tom Ford, I never use it. I don't know why, guys. So weird. But this is really nice from Charlotte Tilbury. It's just a good little moment. These, I love both of these from Viseart. They're really nice travel palettes, and you know I travel a lot. This is the Paris palette, love it, and this is the Spritz palette, which I also love, and you can see how used they both are. Rowan quads, beautiful, keeping them super nice textured. Now, what have we got in here? Yeah, I don't hardly reach for these. I don't think I've even touched this palette. But they're so convenient. Oh, that khaki one's really nice. I've obviously used this one quite a bit as well. This is the Metropolis, but I now own the Metropolis, so I'm actually going to pass that one on. Oh my god, it makes me feel sick. And this one I've used quite a lot. This is Mini Glam. This is a Wet n Wild. I'm not going to use it. It's the glitter that got me. And then I love this one as well, the Mini Nude. It's just a good little staple classic. These two, I struggle to do stuff with that. The green and the pink. This one's really pretty, but I have the full size Love palette anyway. So, oh my god, what the hell? What the hell, guys? I just got rid of 3 Natasha Denona palettes, and I know that someone else is gonna freaking love them way more than I am. Clarins, these are really nice, really easy to use quads. Yeah, they're really nice, and yeah, I like this one. This is Fairy Tale Nude Graduation. But look at the packaging on this one, and this is my favourite one. It's got really fun colours for summer, but the packaging is literally falling apart. Gutting. I always want to get rid of... God, do I just get rid of it because it just kind of yeah, it just annoys me and it makes me sad when I look at it. And then we've got all my Dior. Dior have reformulated their beautiful beautiful formula, so who knows what it's like now. This is in Miss Dior. It's beautiful. This is in Tutu. I don't think I'm going to get rid of any of these because they are all really good. This is in Soft Cashmere. She's beautiful. The colour stories. This is in Poncho. Beautiful warm brown. Gorgeous. This is in Nude Dress. Beautiful nude palette. Beautiful nude. This is in Jungle, which is a khaki palette. This is in Galactic, which is a Christmas palette. I've not used, but I love it. This is in Mirage, which is actually, I think this is the one that can go because I don't use, all these look very similar, and then these will fit better. And then this is Nightbird, which is one of the most beautiful collections Dior's ever done, which was this gorgeous summer. And I've used this a couple of times, but I'm very delicate with the brush just because I don't want to ruin. So that's good. I've got rid of one and now they will all fit in that, because I don't think I'm going to get any more because the new formula, apparently it's not as good. So now these should all oh, will they fit all nicely? Oh no. I could do with getting rid of one more, but that's not going to happen. Right, let me get the rest. So we've got more. We've got more stuff. I know I'm going to keep this. I love the vibe. I love the story. It's just a beautiful fall palette from MAC. Beautiful collection. Adored it. I think I know my lovely friend Han got me this for my birthday, but I just don't ever use it. I find it quite strange, like setup. So I think I'm going to pass this on to someone that I know will use it. I just struggle, and I don't wear that big glitter in the middle. So I think she's moving on. But I did try. I tried. I haven't used this in so long, but it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. So I think I'm going to keep it because I really want to keep using the Nabla. Paris, I'm going to pass this on. I don't like the colour scheme. I panicked when BH Cosmetics was closing down. And I bought that ugly palette. Oh no, they're all going to fall down. I do like Hawaii though. Hawaii is pretty, but do I ever use it? I think Trina got me this. It's really, I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. Because I've not, like, if you don't fall in love with something in the first kind of like 3 months of getting it, it's really hard to put it into your routine. I love this. Now this is a Paris palette. This is just so pretty. I hardly like to use it because I just love the embossings on there. Super pretty. I love this Kevin Aquan, but I think it's time for it to go. It's just old and I don't use it anymore. This is beautiful. It's just a beautiful autumn palette, and autumn's right around the corner, so I'm really excited. This is a Bridgerton palette. This was so expensive. Me and Trina were so excited for this because we both loved Bridgerton, and we both bought this on when it first launched, and it is a disappointment. I'm going to keep it, as I said, because I did spend so much money on it and I need to use it more. The Nabla palettes are so beautiful. Look at this. Oh, I need to use it more. Was the mirror broken? No, it's fine. Need to use it more. I wonder if like maybe taking these off will like help me use them more. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't have to like worry about de-sheathing them. I like this because of they're like super shimmery. I love NARS eyeshadow palettes. I know. This one as well. This is a summer one, Afterglow. Gorgeous. And this one was last year's summer palette. I love this. You can tell how much I've used it. Definitely going to keep that. Ooh, I think I'm going to get rid of these big Natasha Denona palettes. I just don't use them. And I know someone would literally die to have them in their collection. So they're gone. I think I'm going to keep this just for the memes. And then this is really... I actually use this palette surprisingly a lot. I find that a lot with Too Faced palettes. We slag the palettes off, but then we use the palettes an awful lot. So keeping that. And again, Trina got me this and I really like this one as well. It's also really small and compact. And then this Kylie palette. It's fine. It's quite pretty. I'll put it in the maybe pile. That is everything from this drawer. So let me try and work out what I'm keeping and not keeping, because it's all merged into one big pile. So this is the drawer now, and it's so much better. It's not as cluttered. This is what our pile looks like. I know it's not looking that big, but I think it's just because it's smaller palettes. But as we get to the bigger palettes, we're going to get... Oh no, I'm keeping you. but apart from that one, we're going to pass on all of these. It's another really full drawer, and I really don't know what, if anything, we're going to be getting rid of out of this one, but let's find out. Well, this is overwhelming. I don't even know where to start. This kind of palette size is like my favorite. And yeah, I don't know where to begin. I think I'm going to keep all my Lunar Beauty. You can't get Lunar Beauty in the UK anymore. You have to pay taxes. So I don't use this one like very often, if ever, if I'm honest. But all I know is if I ever change my mind, it's going to be impossible for me to get this one back. So she's staying. I also got Internal Eclipse. I really want to get the, like, I think it's called like Cherry Blossom or like the neutral one. It's just, the formula of these is incredible, but the colour stories aren't my fave. But I love the vibe, love the art. And as I said, I would never be able to get my hands on them again. And this palette is such a vibe. He won't come out with it again, which, good for him. But also, like, I feel so sorry for everyone who didn't get their hands on it. It's such a fun, like, Halloween-y autumn palette. And I definitely will not be getting rid of that either. So started off great there. Not only do I love palettes for their, like, the makeup, but I also love like the stories as well. So sometimes I'll just keep something like as almost like a piece of art, if that makes any sense. This is something I know I can get rid of. This is a KVD palette. Yeah, I got it on a Boots £10 deal thing, and I can see why it was on there. It's just not very cute. Like, it's a fine palette, but like when you have all of this, I'm not reaching for it. I love this Cyber palette. It's so pretty. It's really good if you're fair. We love that. Guys, I don't think much is going to go from this drawer at all. I feel kind of bad. This is a really nice like autumn palette from Glamlight. This did cost me a bit because I really wanted to try her formula, and this color scheme is so unique. Okay. We're doing really well. This I'm keeping, Patrick Tar, Gorgina, so pretty. Keeping this from Sigma. Eyeshadows are absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. These ABH, I need to like get the dust off this palette, but I think I'm still gonna keep it. I haven't used her for a while, but I almost feel like she's just part of the furniture. She just needs to be here. Same with the Norvina palette. Like, it's so pretty, but then do I need them? I haven't reached for them in so long, and fuck it, I'm gonna get rid of them. Oh my god, it's time for them to go. It's time because they're moving on. And I've got two of their newer palettes. I've got the Cosmos and I've got the, what's this one called, the Nouveau, and they're really pretty and they're really different. And I think makeup's moved on a bit, and I think they're trying to as well. So okay, oh my god, try and get my breath back from doing that. Oh my lord. Definitely keeping this. I've been using this like crazy all summer. It's a bit of a mess. But I love this palette. It's so fun, and I took it to Italy with me and I love it. I love this palette as well. Unfortunately she fell down the stairs, so she's a bit wonky, but she's fine. She still works. Gingerbread Spice. I think she can go. She can go. I'm hoping they come out with something like new this year, and like this is I kind of want to keep it because it's so iconic, but she also fell down the stairs. Guys, when I was moving here, I dropped a huge box. Well, the box actually disintegrated because of how heavy all the makeup was in the box, and I literally watched all of my makeup fall down the stairs. Luckily we didn't have too many like breakages, but oh my god, it was so traumatic. This palette, I love Teresa is Dead, but I don't know what I'm doing with these colors. I bought it to support her because I watch her religiously, but these shades are really hard to like. They're not my colors at all. I don't really know what I'm doing with it, and I don't think I've ever used it because it's just, and I also like bought it, I think it was still like lockdown and we still weren't really kind of going out, so I don't know. These palettes from Tarte are awesome. These are from the Christmas collection last year, and I use them to this day. I use this one the most. This is incredible for travel. You've got your burgundies, you've got your coppers, and you've got your more neutrals, and some pinky tones too. This one was the gilded. I did tell you guys about them. I love them. This one's a bit more of a smoky. I don't use this one as much. It's really pretty though. I really need to, but it's definitely more of a winter palette. But for how much this costs, and you get the two palettes and the quality, pretty unbeatable if you ask me. I'm gonna get rid of this. This is so old. I actually didn't think I owned it anymore. They are bringing back basically, it's so old that Back Talk was a classic Urban Decay lipstick. They discontinued it and now they're bringing it back, so it's been that long that I've had this palette, so it needs to go. Now we've got some Charlotte Tilbury big ass palettes here. Now, am I wearing any of these? No, but I'm gonna keep Charlotte. I'm gonna keep Pillow Talk because it is pretty iconic and it is very, very wearable, and I can make a look. What are these other ones? See, I don't even know what's inside them. They're all really pretty. They're really pretty. I just never use them, which I should, but I feel like they're really lacking matte shades. So you know what, guys? They're going. Hopefully you guys will enjoy them. I'm getting eyeshadow everywhere. I'm keeping this because it's just iconic, really. I miss Kylie Cosmetics coming out and doing really seasonal fun launches. I feel like they just don't launch stuff anymore. So I'm keeping that because it's super cute and Christmassy. All of my Natasha Denona like midi palettes, I don't think I'm going to get rid of any of them, but I'll show you the ones I've got. I've got the bronze palette, which is definitely my most worn out of all of them. I've got the Love palette. I'm not going to lie, I don't use it all the time, but it's like my only like pinky purple palette. And that's the thing, like if I'm gonna, Natasha Denona is one of my favorite formulas, and you get so many shades in a quite compact little thing that it's worth just keeping. Sunrise, very pretty, very pretty. Pastels. I watched Lauren May Beauty and I felt this when she said this. I like looking at pastels, but I don't know how I feel about wearing them. Very pretty palette, but I just don't wear it enough. But I bought it. I'm going to keep it. It's pretty, and some of the colours are really fun to play with when I want them. Retro, I love in like the autumn time when these kind of burgundy tones are, you know, everywhere. I think it's very wear. It's kind of like an upgraded modern Renaissance palette. And then we've got the Zendo palette. She's in, actually I surprisingly wear this quite a bit, but it's definitely for this Yama shade down here. It's really pretty, but these tones are nice too. It's a little bit of a confusing palette because you've got the greens and you've got the earth tones, but it is a pretty palette. And then this is probably my second most used palette, and it is the Glam palette. This is just a perfect kind of like cool toned everyday neutral palette. I love it. And then this is probably my third most used palette. This is the Glam face palette, and it's literally got everything you need apart from like a bronzer. I really like this palette, and I use it like quite a lot. Like I think you can tell when you're waking up early in the morning to go to work, sometimes you don't have time to like think about what palette you want to use or what blush you want, and I just pick this up because I don't need to think. It's all there ready for me to use. So I'm not going to get rid of any of them. I don't think I'm going to get rid of any of my Huda. Rose Quartz is Gorgina, absolutely stunning. Naughty is stunning. We love Naughty. This is the only one that I'm like, do we say goodbye? No, we're not going to say goodbye yet. I like the vibe. I like the vibe. Love Cinnamon Swirl. Again, she fell down the stairs and she creaks a bit when we open her. But love this from, I think it was last year. Oh, she's a bit bent though. Oh God, poor girl. But I love all those tin palettes. This is the Natural Nudes. I'm going to keep her. She's just a classic. This is Christmas in New York, and I think my mum got me this. And this is more of one of those things that I'm just keeping because it's very sentimental. And this is like classic Too Faced Christmas. She's a little bit grubby, bless her. She still smells a bit of vanilla. That's what she's going to smell like. Yeah, Merry Macarons. Oh, this came in a beautiful presentation box as well. It was so pretty. I don't think I'm ever going to use this palette again, but I used to love the shade Honey Lavender. Oh, gorgeous. But it's just memories, and that's fine. I'm allowed to have stuff that is happy memories. This is a really cool palette from Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Metallics. He took inspiration from the colour of cells in our body. Okay, sounds impressive. And then I also have the matte palette, which is gorgeous. Even if she's a bit crumbly. Why are you crumbling? Why are you crumbling? Probably because I dropped her a little bit, but that's okay. Gorgeous palette there as well. Oh no. Oh no, where did that all come from? Oh no, I'm gonna need to get another wipe. And then finally we've got the Toasted Tarte. Love it, beautiful. And the Tarte in Bloom, also love it, very pretty. We didn't get rid of a lot in this drawer, and I knew we wouldn't, but I did get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which I think is pretty good, to be honest. It's not looking very different, but it's looking different enough. So up next we have this very full drawer, and I can't quite remember what's in all of it, so let's take a look. Guys, here's all my big palettes, and they're quite hard to store just because for the most part a lot of them end up being stacked on top of each other, and then I forget they exist. First, I know I'm getting rid of the P. Louise palettes. Mystery Box Regret. It seems like some people get some really amazing stuff in her mystery boxes, but everything I got I have not used. You're better off just buying the palette you want. So I kind of want to give her a go, but her palettes again are huge, and huge palettes, I know I have a few of them because they're beautiful, but I do get overwhelmed and I do struggle to store them. This one is very pretty, and I know some of you guys would love that one. The blue one, I hope you're creative. I hope you like doing a fun look. So these Beauty Bay palettes are so nice. I love this one. It's called Love Notes, so I'm definitely keeping that one. And then this is Wilderness, and it's a very elements inspired palette. I don't use a lot of colour very often, but this one I'm going to keep because and it's really good quality for Beauty Bay. They've stopped doing these palettes though, which is such a shame, but I think they ran out of ideas. I don't know. This is a Too Faced Christmas palette. I love Too Faced Christmas palettes. This one's a really nice quality one as well. This was like a gingerbread. I have got rid of the glitter part, and there was like a roof part, which was a bronzer, highlighter and blush, but they were a little too dark for me. But I still love the colours in here. I think I'm going to pull all my like Christmas palettes out at Christmas, so I'm like reminded to use them. I've got a little like letter paper organizer on my desk, but I don't really put anything in it, so I think I'm going to put palettes in it that are like themed. Speaking of theme, this is another Too Faced Christmas palette. This is a London based one, and I just loved all of the like Christmas London puns. Yeah, it just really got me. Christmas in London. Oh, and I got it on a really good sale. This is the Nikki and Beauty Bay collab. I don't use this. I know Trina loves it, but I don't use it. I find it quite hard to make a look with the colours. So I'm going to pass it on. I know she won't mind. She very much understands the situation. We both do it with each other's stuff. So this is a gorgeous Morphe palette, but I think I'm going to keep it because I do like it. I also really like this one. This is like a really pretty like pastel palette, and this was by a collaboration with Pony, who I think is like a K-pop singer. I don't know, but look at the packaging. This I keep purely for the makeup memories. I actually found a string in one of my shadows, and I'm like so annoyed that I didn't do like a video. I would have become viral. I don't use this anymore, but damn, Jacqueline, did you make a good palette that everyone loved? I know no one used these colours. No one used these colours. But I like that they're in there because it definitely adds something to the palette. But wow, did we use this palette? And I use this palette. You can't really tell. I am very gentle with my makeup though, so I think you can tell from the front though how much I used it. It's a little bit dirty, so I'm gonna keep her, I think, just because it was a time and I want to remember that time a little bit longer. This palette from Be Perfect is Autumn in 550,000 colours. This is, I think, is it a 50 shade? I don't know. It's many shades, but oh wow, it's beautiful. It's all the autumn colours. I believe this is pretty cheap on TikTok at the moment. I think you can get it for like 20 quid or under. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful palette. I like it more than the rainbow ones because there is a story. There is some cohesion with the colour scheme, and that's why I like it. I think I'm going to pass on It's a Mood because I broke one of the shadows and I could never really like get over it. I know that's really lame, but this is a declutter. We need to do something. Tarte Man-Eater, beautiful palette for autumn. I did buy it this summer in preparation. Guys, I got this on Depop brand new for £20. If you want to know where I get my makeup from, not everything, but Depop and Vinted are great places to get brand new makeup at a fraction of the price. And basically, I think Sephora had an event and influencers got gifted this, and I think some of those influencers didn't want it, so they put it on Depop and Vinted for This is a £50 palette and I got it for 20 quid. So highly recommend looking on Depop and Vinted. They're great places to pick up high ticket items for a little bit less, and it was literally brand new in box. This is probably my most used favorite palette ever, and it is a limited edition. I do think though it came back on the Tarte website, but this is it's so good. I love it so much. I remember it didn't get too hot views on YouTube, but it just shows you how, like, just because someone else doesn't like it doesn't mean that you won't like it. And I have worn this so much in so many different ways. I will never ever get rid of that. This is a Nabla side by side palette. I think this is gonna go. It's very pretty, but the Nabla palettes I have in the other drawer are just a bit more interesting, and I'm not going to reach for this compared to my other palettes. These are a couple of new palettes I've picked up from a British brand called Cosmic Brushes. These are super affordable for how good the quality is. This is in Delicious Delights. I don't have a kind of bright, fun pastel, but with shimmer palette, and I just thought this was a bit of fun. It's also got an insane multi-chrome in there, and I don't know, I just really like the look of it and thought it was a bit of fun, and also wanted to support a British brand. I feel like America has so many kind of independent makeup indie brands, as they call them on the internet, indie brands, and when I found out that this was a UK based one, you don't have to pay import taxes. They use Royal Mail to ship their goodies. I just wanted to give them a go and test them out and see if I can recommend them, because I have most of my viewers are UK based. So this is the Muse palette. This is so pretty, so unusual. She's got a couple more palettes as well on there, but yeah, I love the look of them, and I can't wait to give them a proper go. Also beautifully designed. I think they're about 20 quid each, which that's such a good price point for indie, for how many 20 shadows, and they're getting insane reviews across the board. So then we've got Life's a Drag Facelift, Luna Beauty again. I don't use this and I don't know why. It's a great concept though, and I am going to keep it, like I said. Hard to get your hands on this now in the UK. And then this is relatively new, and it is the 90s palette from FAVES. It's a very grungy palette, waiting for winter to wear this. Sorry, I got a bit congested. I've just been talking for like 2 hours. Definitely keeping the gold palette. I hunted this down when it was discontinued. Definitely keeping that. However, I think I am going to be passing on the Lila palette. I just don't use it. One of the shadows is a bit beat up. They're nice quality, but it's not a colour scheme that I go for a lot with purples. And then Metropolis. This is a really fun palette. Some beautiful jewel tones. Really gorgeous. Then I have all my motherships. I have all of my Pat McGrath. Guys, I'm obviously not getting rid. I'm not getting rid of any of my Pat McGraths. I really like them all, but let me just show you them and also talk about the price. I have never paid ever full price for Pat McGrath. This one I found in TK Maxx red stickered for like over half the price of the regular palettes, and it's one of the most popular palettes. It's the Bronze Seduction. I couldn't believe it. It is a genuine palette, and it was in a really random TK Maxx. Like, it wasn't like my city centre TK Maxx. It was a lot smaller, like a town. And yeah, that's where I got that for like a really good price. I do keep all of mine in their boxes, because otherwise I wouldn't know which one is which. So I do, and I also, the packaging is like insanely pretty. So really love that one. Then these I got in a sale, I believe. This is the Divine Rose one. Really pretty, like my tones. And the packaging again is gorgeous. Let me tie that up again. The only problem is having to sort them out. Now this was the holiday palette from 2021. Really like this one. I didn't keep the first one. I gave that away to a friend, and then I didn't buy last year's because I didn't like it. I really like this one because you've got a lot of kind of neutral shades, you've got useful matte shades, and then you've just got like 2 pops of colour, which can be a bit of fun, but you're also not overwhelmed with colour. This is definitely the best Christmas palette, in my opinion, she's ever come out with. This is the Divine Rose 2. Again, I think I bought them together in a sale. Pretty. Love it. Just such gorgeous, interesting finishes. Oh, really nice. And then finally, these were gifts from my parents, aided by me. So Black Friday, Christmas, if you ever like the look of at least 2 of her palettes, there is a really good deal that normally happens. It's normally if you spend over £100, you get 30% off. That includes bundles. So I bundled her 2 latest eyeshadow palettes, which I'd had my eye on, but it wasn't in the cards for me to get. I bundled them both together, and it was, I think, like £100 for both of these. Obviously, it's still a lot of money, but it was a gift from my parents for Christmas. And I use these like so much. Like, look how much I use this one. They're such beautiful palettes, and if you are interested, that offer tends to happen like quite a lot. And I don't really hear many people like talk about doing that with the bundles. And you can pick the palettes you want. So, and it normally includes like the newest ones. So I know she's just released a new palette. So yeah, just keep an eye out for her sales. And yeah, see if you can get yourself a bit of a bargain. The quality is insane on the packaging and the shadows. So I got rid of a couple from this drawer, but I knew it wasn't going to be a biggie because it's the Pat McGrath drawer, isn't it? So here is the drawer. Again, it doesn't look too different, but here is everything I'm getting rid of. It's a bit of a messy pile, but yeah, I'm really pleased I managed to at least get rid of some palettes. I think that's pretty good. But if you enjoyed this series, let me know. I can maybe make it a bit more of like a seasonal thing. But I also do loads of other content on my channel, from beauty to plus size fashion and vlogs. So I'd love it if you would subscribe, and let me know if I've inspired you to do a bit of decluttering. And I will see you again very soon. Bye.